I'm having the Tuzo yogurt, vanilla flavor. It's so good. The only problem is the straw. I think yogurt straws should be a bit bigger. This is so small. It's literally exhausting me as I suck it up. And life around here isn't so bad. Like life in the village is not so bad as long as you just know what you're doing, you know why you're doing it, you have your whys. Everyone has to have their whys. Everyone needs their whys. You need your whys because there are days, it's gonna be hard days sometimes, and you wouldn't be able to know why you started in the first place. But then you remember your why. Welcome to my live chat. Welcome to my live chat. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for the likes, for the comments. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. It always gives me so much encouragement to see, even if it's just one more subscriber. I really appreciate that. And so, for today, I told you once you see the notebook, baby, I'm here with the gems because some of these books of mine hold a lot of gems. Okay. And don't forget to like as you join. Welcome and welcome back again. If you're new here, karibu sana. I appreciate all the support and then all the effort you do towards the channel. And it gives me so much encouragement and so much hope. If I can get to one to all right. So, today, the gems I have for you today, we're going to talk about 10 relationship disciplines. 10 relationship disciplines that you need for the year 2026. I don't want you to go through the same year again. This is heavy. This is heavy, y'all. This is heavy for real. I'm giving you 10 relationship disciplines, right? So that you may not have the same dustiest year you had. And you're really serious. Let me moisturize my lips so that when I start, that's it. I'm using the Squeeze and Shine, the tasty kind. And I thank God for being celibate because if I wasn't, this would have probably ended because guys would have been testing. That's on a light note, though. That's on a light note. But yeah, welcome to my live. Welcome to my live stream. If you're new here, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is CK. I'm coming at you live from East Africa, a small village in Kenya, Kitui County. And thank you so much for always coming back to my returning subscribers. You all are the real MVPs. So, without any further ado, I want us to just get straight into this video, okay? Because it's heavy. It's heavy. Most of you all are probably stuck in relationships that you don't even want to be in. You're just there because you have the fear of being seen. You don't want to get out and explore, or you're stuck there because you probably benefit from something or one or the other thing, and you feel as if you can't be able to sustain yourself by yourself. All right. you've probably been together for so long, and you just used to, you just got used to the bad habits that are there, and you started turning the red flags into pink, and then your life just flourished because you don't get to, how do I say this? Like your life just, you put off how your intuition or what your intuition has been telling you. You tried to create other scenarios with your nervous system such that you felt comfortable in the uncomfortable. In terms of like, this isn't right, or this shouldn't be happening in my relationship, or this is not how I envisioned my relationship to be. But then you got stuck there because that's the only thing you've known, right? And you're scared of getting out because of of the fear of what will people say, where will I start from, how will my life look like without this person. You have become emotionally entangled, so much so that you don't get to see what is wrong and what is right. So today, that's why I want to give you a good number of disciplines, especially when it comes to relationship wise or dating, because I don't want you to waste another year on something that's on the possibility. In short, I don't want you to waste another year on possibility of, oh, it could have become, it would have become. This is how it should have been, or this is how I am hoping. You don't build relationships on hope. No. Okay. So basically, these are disciplines for healthier relationships, for you to have a better experience this year. It's just the beginning of the year, and I pray not that you have started this year on a fucked up note. I mean, like, I hope you all are staying safe and are doing well out there. Okay. So, to my first point is self abandonment. You rap. This is self abandonment. This is like you forget, like you're a person by yourself before you even got into that relationship. Like me as CK. Me, I'm CK. This is what I like to do. These are my hobbies. You know, this is what I like to do during my free time. These are my boundaries. This is what I tolerate. This is what I cannot tolerate. But once you get in that relationship, it becomes it becomes as if you're not you, or you don't get to be you, because you entangle and you involve your life so much with this other person, such that you forget that you're a person by yourself first before you got to this other person, or before you got together. Hmm? You get anything that costs you self-respect. That's a bit too much price. If it's costing you your own self-respect, your own self-dignity, that's too much a cost to pay. So you have to really focus on yourself. Hmm? Discipline of slow. You have to learn the discipline of slow love. Okay, when he's hurriedly like love bombing you with all these things, that's just speed creates false intimacy, and you're thinking that probably he's into you that much, and you tripping. Don't trip. You have to learn emotional stability such that kitu ikikufanikia and it's your nervous system is skyrocketing because something nice has been given to you, or you've been given compliments that you're probably not used to. But how are you not used to? You're supposed to learn this from yourself to yourself for your own benefit. So that when someone who's coming at you and love bombing you, it won't be a big deal, because time reveals character. Time reveals character, okay? And this is what I mean when I say time reveals character. Don't jump into a relationship that quickly. Listen, I'm not trying to center men here. In fact, what I'm trying to do is decenter men as much as I can. All right. Hi. Hi, how are you? Welcome to my live. What I'm really trying to do actually is decenter men as much as I can. Because you're not doing that 2026. We can't always have our minds or our mindsets wrapped around this man. But my points today are not really for a particular gender, are not really for the female gender. Don't get me wrong. And this is why. These are just basic disciplines that any human should have. So I'm just here to remind you, in case you forgot, some of the disciplines you need for a healthy relationship 2026. And I'm insisting 2026 because it might be a new beginning for you. You might have been in a relationship and you're moving forward with it to make it healthier and better. So these points are general points. Okay? So don't let's not talk about centering or decentering men. Mm-mm. As I said for my first point, you really have to stop abandoning yourself. Before you are fulani fulani na fulani fulani ati huyu ni mtu wa mtesia, huyu ni mtu wa ulikuwa mtu kwanza wako. You are for yourself first. So there are things you used to like. Once you get into that relationship, don't forget the things you used to like about yourself, ama the things you used to do for yourself. If you used to have alone time, if you used to go to the park, probably like chill by yourself and meditate, if you used to do yoga, if you used to run in the morning, you know, you really have to think about yourself every time in a relationship. That is the only way you're going to have a better relationship because it starts with you, it starts with thyself. If I have a good relationship with myself, if I do all the things I said I was gonna do, trust you me, my outcome is going to be so much better than someone who does not self-respect themselves. You understand what I mean? If I had set a goal to achieve for today, this is an example. Or if you had set a goal to achieve by the end of the week, and their person A goes right ahead and does up and down for them to be able to achieve what they say they're going to do, all right? Person two, on the other hand, dilly-dallies, is always procrastinating. This person is always giving excuses for the goal that they're supposed to have accomplished already. And what do you think? Who do you think is going to be more productive even in the next week? Of course, it's person A because this person is already confident in himself that if I achieved my previous goal back then, I can do it again and again and again. All right? It's all a mind thing. Trust me, it's all a mind thing. It's all in the mind. You can even check the way person A is working after achieving the goals that they said they're going to achieve. This person is confident in himself. He's proud of himself because yes, I did exactly what I said. I am exactly who you think I am. I'm exactly who I think I am. Well, person B on the other side will have self-doubt crippling him because oha, ndio nafikiria guys, sasa kama hata sikufanyilia last week, hii wiki nitakuja kuifanyaje? And that just creates more room for more doubt because as you know, it's all interconnected. It's a vibration, it's a frequency. All right? So avoid early emotional commitment. This is the same as not abandoning yourself. Avoid early emotional commitment. There's no point of having early emotional entanglements. Avoid oversharing. And mostly, for this is for the ladies, avoid over fantasizing. Usifando na umsi ati mpaka ushaanza kuchagua dress yako ya harusi, na umeanza kuchagua florist, ushaanza kuangalia IG nani atafanya decor. Usi overfantasize emotions za huo msee, emotions from the other actions from the other person is what is going to earn the emotional intimacy that is required for a healthy relationship. Emotional intimacy just is not given like that. Are we together? Emotional intimacy is not just given like that at oh, nice to meet you. We have gone out on a couple of dates. We have talked. We talk here and there. You probably call me every single day. What you do, the actions, is what is going to earn you that emotional intimacy that you require for a long lasting, healthy relationship. Okay. Number two is a discipline of choosing consistency over chemistry. I'm looking down because, of course, I had to write them down for better articulation. Right. So number two is a discipline of choosing consistency over chemistry. I want you all to see outside with me. Is a discipline of choosing consistency over chemistry. Welcome, guys. Welcome to my live. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this live stream. Okay. Subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notification so that you can be notified every time I go live. That would mean so much to me. And thanks for the support. Thanks for the love and support. So number three is the discipline of choosing consistency over chemistry. Chemistry excites. You choose consistency over chemistry. Chemistry is the butterflies you feel probably in your tummy, but butterflies are not always a sign of love. Okay, sometimes they're also warning signs. When you see someone and you get really excited, you can even start like blabbing. Yeah, you can even say like, you don't even know. You're blabbing, you're nervous because chemistry excites the nervous system. You get that anxiety, you get that feeling at the bottom of your tummy, like, oh my god, I have butterflies. I probably really like this guy. You have to take your time to understand what is happening in your own life, to understand what is happening with your body. You have to connect, it's all connected. So you have to interconnect all these things and get to learn. And this is because butterflies are not always a sign of love or of liking someone. Sometimes it could be warning signs. Sometimes it could be your nervous system telling you, baby, run, run, run. Sometimes it could be. Sometimes it could be, because chemistry excites the nervous system. Consistency, on the other hand, it calms it down. You're sure, you know that if I walk into that room, I'll find my person there. And instead of getting all anxious or all nervous, you come down and you're confident enough. In fact, you can't even wait to see this person. All right? And don't go trying these disciplines with your dusty ass nigga and come back here and tell me at you, oh, you know what, CK, it's not working. You have to be in perfect alignment with your partner for these disciplines to actually take place and take root in your life. For you to be able to pull this out, you need to be in perfect alignment with your better half. Alright? I am not addressing the teenagers or the guys who are freshly out of high school. You guys are just on another level. You're all screwing around a bit too much. But I think that's just a stage. I don't know. I wouldn't really tell. But I'm talking about people who are actually ready to chill and explore life from different angles with a partner. And you're actually dating to marry, or you're just in a good mental and emotional state for you to be able to handle this kind of conversation. Okay, okay. So, as I said, choose steady behavior and reliability. Choose steady patterns. We have to be very self-aware for you to be able to read these patterns, to be able to read into these patterns, to be able to see, pardon the noise, for you to be able to become aware that, this is a pattern of behavior that I've been seeing from the guys that I have been, that I've been with. This is a pattern. This is why I'm supposed to change, or this is why I'm in the correct path. Okay. The other thing is observe how your partner or the other side or the other party handles discomfort. Discomfort could come in terms of conflict, in terms of arguments. Do they cross your boundaries? Do they disrespect you? Do they tell you things that they would never have said and then blame it on them being mad? I have had this experience so many times with a guy I used to see. And sorry guys, there was a bit of network issues, but I'm back. And as I was saying, mm, you have to observe your what. If you've just come in right now, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for coming back. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. You all are the real MVPs. The support and the love, I appreciate. I see it. Let's move on. Okay. You've just walked in and I was saying, we're talking about the disciplines for a healthy and better relationship in terms of dating, especially. And we don't want to waste another year on relationships that don't make sense or that don't add value or that are not beneficial or that just generally relationships that drain us. Okay. So we have to do this for ourselves because if not you, then who? It all self-love is key because if you love yourself, then you'll be able to love your neighbor even more. Alright? So we're talking about how you're supposed to observe how they handle disrespect. Not disrespect, how they handle discomfort. Discomfort can come in terms of an argument, a conflict. You probably you exchanged words here and there. How do they get to react after that? What do they get to do after that? The people who would get so freaking mad, they either abuse you or even go to the extent of beating you. Domestic violence is there and it's real. Gender based violence is there and it's real. But domestic violence is what really just fucks me up because I don't understand how you'd hit someone that you actually love. That just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't care what I have done, I don't care what you have done. Why would you go to the extent of like physically hurting me? I have come to ask myself this so many times. And every time I ask myself, I always think like, this person just is not emotionally mature. Because if you were, you would have handled it emotionally, just like it came. You see that feeling you're feeling, that feeling of being angry, that feeling of feeling like, excuse me, that feeling of feeling like, oh, this person has really upset me and I have to get back at them. That's a feeling you're feeling inside. It's not physical. So why would you get to hurt me physically? It just doesn't make sense. That means you don't know how to handle your shit, and that's why you're coming to handle your things from a very different and bad perspective, and that is where you get domestic violence. So many the book I'm reading right now is called Unplugged by Jacob Elliott, and it's such a good book because it has all these examples. It has all these examples. Let me show you. And it just tells us so much more about the typical male, the typical relationship. Like, it's not exaggerated, it's such a good book. This is a book I've been reading, Unplugged by Jacob Elliott, and I really enjoy it. And yeah, this is a Kenyan author. And I really, once I get done with this book, we should probably be having sessions on where I can tell you more about the books that I've been reading, because I'm so much into self growth and books that expand my thinking here and there. And this is one of them. It's called Things Our Fathers Did Not Tell Us. If you've read this book, kindly let me know on the comment section so that we can touch base with that. Okay. So yeah, how does this person observe discomfort? How does this person handle discomfort? Do they sulk? Do they argue? Do they beat you? Do they manipulate you? Hmm? Do they retaliate emotionally? Do they want to sit down and talk about it? Or they just don't care? Once they're upset and it's all about them, there's no thinking about the other person. Like, it's just, are you in a weird place when it comes to handling discomfort with your partner? That's a sign. And that's a future sign. Mhm. Number 5 is the discipline of not fixing grown adults. You're not their therapist. Hello? Hello? Welcome to my life, guys. This is what I'm saying. The discipline of not fixing grown adults. Don't date a person for who they could become. Date a person for who they actually are right now in this present moment that you're holding with them. Don't date them for, oh, they could become president of the United States. What if they die before they become president? Would you feel satisfied with the life that you lived, with your hoping? You don't date them for what they could become. You date them for who they are, for the space they are holding right now. And this could bring up a debate, because unajua mnaambiwa, mnaweza anza na mtu kutoka, lakini unaanzanga na mtu mwenye unaona ako na ambition, mtu mwenye unaona anataka ama yuko willing. Hi, what's up? You normally start life from scratch with someone who is already ambitious enough to want that kind of life that you want. As I said, you have to be in perfect alignment. You have to be in perfect alignment with yourself first, so that you can be able to align with somebody else. All right. So you don't fix grown adults. You don't date a person for who they could become. You're not a rehabilitation center. So, in terms, like, what I mean is that you stop excusing bad behavior. You stop turning those red flags into pink. If the flag is red, baby, it's red. Fix it or get away from that situation. Because if the flag is red, it is red. Alright? So stop excusing bad behavior. Stop parenting your partner. Don't parent your partner. They don't need another parent. You already have their parents. When you start parenting your partner, it already becomes worse, because tell me why you're telling me not to be out so late. You don't even know what I'm doing. Unanishaanza kunitetesha, mbona uko nje masaa? Just ask me, are you coming home for dinner or something? You have to be emotionally mature about it. You have to be mature, all in all. For your relationships to work, hi, idiot. Okay. I don't know why I read that. Welcome to my live. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like. And please don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that you can get notified every time my live stream begins. Let's go right ahead. Love doesn't fix. And in fact, they don't need fixing. Most people don't need fixing. Okay? You're the one who assumes it's your nervous system, which generally assumes that this person is not well or this person needs fixing. And in real sense, this person is fine. No one needs fixing. Love wouldn't need fixing. It's just good communication. Okay. So discipline number 5 is not fixing grown adults. Don't entertain for them to become your other baby. They're not your siblings for you to start parenting. They're not your children for you to start parenting. Alright? You just have to know exactly what you want, how you want it. You have to set your boundaries. This is where boundaries come in. You really have to set your boundaries, and you have to get back to yourself for you to be able to know what kind of boundaries you're going to tolerate and where you're going to draw the line. For you to do this, you have to be self-aware. You have to come back to yourself. You have to come back and listen to yourself. You have to write these things down, yeah? All right. The next point is nervous system safety, the discipline of nervous system safety. Most of the time, you have normalized your anxieties, you've normalized your paranoias, you have normalized your emotional chaos. Maybe so that you can fit in, maybe so that you can even stand out at some point. But you have tolerated there's so much weighing you down when it comes to your nervous system. You have to cleanse your nervous system. Okay? Your body keeps receipts. In your body has gone through so much. Most of you all talk about traumas, and that's why you have to do your inner child work. All right? Peace is the baseline here, it's not the reward. Okay, and because your body keeps receipts, if you have experienced this kind of pattern or this kind of behavior, if it comes up again and you recognize it, listen to your intuition, listen to yourself, listen to your body. It knows, it keeps receipts. And here the bottom line to the nervous system safety is that peace is just the baseline. It's not the reward of having a relationship. It's that's where it starts. That's the foundation. Your nervous system is the foundation of everything. Once you feel your body telling you, you tense up when you see this person, listen to your body. Your body is talking to you. All right. The next is the discipline of non-negotiables. This is a lot. This is heavy. I'm going to take a sip of my yogurt because of that. What are you guys up to? Hi, welcome to my live. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay. The next is the discipline of non-negotiables. You really have to set your non-negotiables in life, not just in a relationship, in life. You probably have the fear of being alone. You probably look around, you already, I don't want to say judging, but you already feel like you're behind. You're not behind, sweetie, you're in perfect alignment. So, to make my point, non negotiables, they come in terms of you probably looking around you, all your classmates, all your friends, they're having these big ass weddings, they're being given these amazing push presents, and you're not there yet. It's because you're not just supposed to be there. When your time comes, it's gonna come. There's enough of these things for everything, for everyone in the world, alright? And there's different timings for everyone. So don't think like you're not in your perfect timing because then you're going to mess up the whole algorithm and you're going to go back to zero. Like it's a lot. So you're supposed to have disciplines of non-negotiables. When you have your non-negotiables in life, And that's why when you have the fear of being alone, you end up letting your guard down. Hence, you bend your standards. And the standards at this point is non negotiable because it protects your future self. You end up settling for something which is so much less than you, yet you could have just waited. Does that make sense? Yeah, so write your non negotiables down. And once you don't see this in the other party, just leave. It's not a must. Don't bend yourself thinking that, hata heri huyu kushinda nipatane na mtu mwingine. Hapana, si lazima. Unaweza kaa peke yako msee. It's not a must. You have to write down your non-negotiables, right? So be it respect, be it emotional availability, be it effort. You are the one who knows your non-negotiables. You're the one who knows what you want in the other party. Alright? Loneliness is temporary, you guys, but regret lasts longer. You'd rather just wait by yourself, stay celibate if you can, and wait for the right person to come, other than getting in the wrong kind of relationship, because regret, it does last longer. You're there, you don't even know like what's happening. You probably don't even know how you got yourself in such kind of a situation or such kind of a scenario. And then that is just, it just gets even worse because you've already invested too much such that it's going to be impossible for you to leave. So you'd rather don't even start it. You'd rather not start. If you're not sure, don't start. As I said before, you have to listen to yourself, listen to your intuition, listen to your body. It knows if this is right or not. Okay. Number 8 is the discipline of emotional attachment. Sorry, the discipline of emotional detachment. You have to learn how to detach emotionally, and this is so hard for so many people because you're not self-aware. Because you're not self-aware. If you were self-aware, if you knew, if you tuned in, achana na social media, achana na motivational quotes zenye unaona kila mahali. If you tuned in and listened to yourself, sat down with your thoughts even for a moment, become self-aware, you learn how to listen to your intuition, you get in sync with the frequency of success. All right, it will be so much easier for you to be able to detach emotionally, because once your emotions are tangled together, it's going to be so hard for you. And why is it going to be so hard for you to live? Because you attached before clarity. You attached because he was love bombing you, ama she was love bombing you, she was giving you all these things, she was giving you all this time and attention. Alafu yeye akuja adetach, wewe ubaki hapo uko na emotions zako ushajipin, umeshaingia na miguu, you like you already fallen with your 2 feet, your 2 left feet. Alright? You attached before clarity. You date with curiosity, you don't date with desperation. You date because you're actually like curious to get to know this person, not because, oh, I want this person to actually see me for who I am, or I want this person to actually just fall in love with me. No. You date because you get curious, like sasa huyu mchama, what else does he have? What else does he have up his sleeve? What can we do that is interesting that I have never done? What kind of uh why is he vibrating at? How is his thinking? What does he like to do for fun? He probably likes to do. I keep on saying that word wrong. Bunji, jumping. He probably likes to go hiking, and you've never gone on a hike. Date with curiosity, not desperation. No, you're not there because at you really need to be. You don't even need to be there. You just want to be there because maybe of the company or maybe because of the experiences you get. All right. You observe first. You have to learn how to really be observative. You have to really be observative. Okay, you observe first, you take in everything as it is, and then you get to make your decisions later. Once you have compiled all these things, usiende umerush kwa kitu ati because iko available. Nah, that's not nice. Alright, so you have to practice a discipline of emotional detachment. You have to learn how to detach. Seriously, we're talking about detaching from men, and now we're talking about detaching from your own emotions, and this includes the men as well. You have to learn how to practice emotional detachment. But I tend to think I'm mostly talking about the ladies because I'm talking about experiences that I have either encountered or something that I have been practicing. So if it's take what resonates, what doesn't, just leave it there. So number nine, number nine is actually the discipline of listening to your body. The discipline of listening to your body. You ignored your gut feeling. You had that gut feeling for the longest time. Ni kama venye you're probably going to like get on a bus and something, just something tells you, you know what, get on the next bus. And you listen to yourself, you don't get into that bus. When you go right ahead after the bus has already left and you're on your way probably to your home, you find that bus has gotten an accident, unfortunately. And you're like, no wonder I didn't want to get there. No wonder I didn't want to get inside. Or something happens and you're really not interested. But then later you come to realize, oh, now I understand why I wasn't so much interested in doing this or that. Okay? So you have to learn how to listen to yourself. Don't ignore your gut feeling. That's where people go wrong. You ignore your gut feeling. Your intuition whispers before pain screams, my friend. Your body, your mind, your intuition, that gut feeling is going to whisper even before the actual pain screams because it gets bad. But before it does, you'll have warning signs. If you're in tune with yourself, you will have warning signs. If you're smart enough, you will know what to do with these warning signs. You have to stay sharp. You have to stay woke, guys. All right. Mm. Confusion is also information. Don't think that because this relationship is confusing me, that is the information, that is your gut telling you whatever is happening right here, you're not in alignment with it. Because if you were, things would have been clear. If you were, if you're actually in perfect alignment, things would have been so clear. You wouldn't have to be asking what the problem was. But because you're confused, you keep on asking yourself, what now? What next? Why is it like this? What is gonna happen? Because you keep on being confused, you're supposed to take that as information. That is your whole body, your gut, your intuition, everything telling you that this is not correct, and that is why it has so much confusion. Hata kwa Bible imeandikwa if something is confusing me doesn't come from God, because God doesn't come confusion. You know whose work that is. There's so much clarity when it comes to God. So if you're confused, you're supposed to take that as information and run. Or you clear the miscommunication or the misinformation. Do something about it, fix it, or just don't. Some things are worth the fight. You have to be able to learn how to pick your battles. When you are able to battle, then go to war. But if you're not, then take a step gracefully and just be like, that's not my fight to fight. I am done, over and out. Okay. The last one is you have to be the discipline of having alignment over attraction. I can't say this enough. I can't say this enough. You have to have alignment with your partner when it comes to terms, vision, values, when it comes to money, when it comes to emotional maturity, when it comes to communication. You have to find someone who you're aligning with. Because if not, then attraction fades. You probably woke up on the right side of bed today, right? And you go tell the first person you see, you're like, oh god damn it, that person is so attractive. But when you see them again tomorrow, when you've woken up from a place of like not from a place of clarity, you see them tomorrow and you're just like, what? Why? Why did I? Have you ever experienced that? Have you ever experienced that? You look at people you used to like and you're just like, why? What did I see? Why did I even get myself in that position in the first place? That is because you're prioritizing attraction over alignment. You can be attracted to this so and so tomorrow, but then you come and they have a new hairstyle. Do you think you're gonna be attracted to them again? No. Also, you have to be in alignment. In alignment, you have to align yourself with this other person, with the kind of values that they have, with the kind of vision that they have. Are they emotionally stable? Are they able to communicate well? All right. You have to align yourself even in terms of money, and this is important. So you most oftenly get to ignore the lifestyle, and then your values just mismatch. That's more like attraction. Your opposite sides of the pole, and there's nothing that matches you and him together. Mostly because a good example is when you're dealing with a dusty. You're not aligned because you have very different values with this person. And that brings me to the end of this session. As I wrap it up, when you're dealing with a dusty, to all the women who've been able to get themselves out of that situation, to all the women who have been able to get themselves out of dealing with attraction, and you've been able to align yourself with the kind of man that you want in terms of your values, in terms of your emotional maturity, in terms of your integrity, even if I may say. I know it takes a lot, but as I keep on saying, it starts with you. It starts with you. What do you want for yourself? Okay? What am I attracted to? You have to align yourself. You have to decide by yourself that this is not the kind of life I want to live anymore. This is not the kind of men I want to be dealing with anymore. This is not the kind of trash I want to be handling year in, year out. You've been there, you've done that, you've seen that, you've already experienced that, you've already collected enough data. It's time for you to get up, dust yourself, and get dust free and just move because what we're not doing in 2026 is dealing with dusties. We're already done with that. And that's on God. All the things that you've been scared to do for yourself, do them. You only get one life to live. Where do you want to go live it from? It starts now. It starts as soon as now. You already have the patterns. You've gone through that system so many times. Hmm? You've already been there. It's easy for you to make a decision now. Don't make the same bad decisions twice. We're not wasting another year. And this is for my girlies, man. We're not wasting another year on things that are not beneficial to us. So you have to stand up and show out for yourself. You have to do it proudly. You have to do it when you're having cramps. You have to do it when you're not. You have to do it when you're not in the mood. You have to do it when you're excited. You have to do it when you're not in a position to. Because if you don't get to do it, who will? If you don't get to do it for you, who will? The sunset around here is so good. The sun is actually going down. But I have had such a good session with you guys. That was so therapeutic even for me. But let's talk now. If you have any questions, I have liked and subscribed. Thank you so much, Seth. I appreciate that. Don't forget to turn on the post notification button so that you can be notified every time I post a new video. Alright. Zuleik, what's your problem? Atiwe baby idiot. What are you saying? What? I've been reading that comment for so long, but I think I'm gonna get used to just random strangers. That's probably a dusty just to come on here on my live and starts to insult my integrity. People are very idle, and those are the kind of, I wouldn't even give that any thought. They don't deserve that. Let me show you my view, the kind of view I've been having. Yeah. As we come to the end of that, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for subscribing. I'm gonna be coming back at you again with the gems. Once you see the notebook ujue hizo ni gems. We are looking forward to exploring this little town of Kitui. I've already showed you most of it because you've seen the food, you've seen the lifestyle. All right. What is remaining is just to explore these other sides. You can go up to the mountains and see the sunset from there. That would be amazing. This is the Vonza Hills. The Vonza Hills. People chill up there. And the land is looking so good. So yeah. I think I'm gonna catch you on the next one. I don't know where you all have gone to, but I'd really appreciate if you came on here and we could talk. Yeah, that would make me feel so good. Sometimes you get on live and there's no one that you can talk to. It's a bit depressing, but I think with time, things are gonna catch up. You just have to be consistent and be disciplined in your craft. You're supposed to be able to perfect what you're doing, but that comes in terms of momentum because once you get the momentum going, like things are just going to unlock. Right? So I'm not surprised. I'm not taking this as a loss. This is most definitely a lesson on consistency. This is a lesson on self-belief. It's a lesson on discipline, mostly because it just teaches me how to stay on point or stay on target without going off target. And for me, I'll give us a little example. I had said I'm gonna go live today in the afternoon. So with or without the people, I have learned my lessons. But I would really appreciate if you joined the live because now I can see how many people. It's alright, it's alright. One day at a time, one lesson, definitely at a time. And I'm not taking that for granted. I'm not taking that for granted, okay? I appreciate that. The views here are so good. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. I'm out for now. Peace. Don't forget to put the gems in your head. These are disciplines that I've given you. Go back to this live, watch it. Eh? Take down a pen and a paper, write down. I am so heavy on journaling. You have to learn how to journal. You really have to learn how to journal, you guys. For real. Journaling is so self-fulfilling. Where do you want me to take you guys tomorrow? If you get a journal out and you come back here and tell me that you have started or you've picked up the habit of journaling, and you come back here and tell me that you have, you can suggest any place you want me to show you around Kitui County. I am more than willing to take you around. There's one particular video I want to do, and that is the river video. I haven't been to the river since such a long time, but I am excited to go back there again. Probably not tomorrow, but